Hey guys, Ryan here, and as you guys can kind of tell, or probably can't tell, I did not just get done watching the Daytona 500. I'm recording this the morning afterwards because I was up late last night to watch the finish of the Daytona 500, and oh boy was it worth it for me, personally. Getting to see one of my favorite drivers of all time going to victory lane, Mike McDowell, getting his first career win, first Daytona 500 for front row racing. I've been a big McDowell fan for a while. I'm definitely excited to see that one. All in all, it was actually a pretty classic race, all things considered. You had two big wrecks, really. I think there were two big wrecks and then two 1-2 car incidents throughout the event. Outside of that, really a clean race. The final whole pit stop, the final run and a half, pretty much under green flag conditions. In terms of fuel mileage. And then, so I guess we'll talk about the first big wreck before we get to the finish of this race. So, first off, we have probably the lesser of the two big wrecks, at least the lesser in terms of how scary it was. The first wreck all the way back on lap 15, or second wreck technically, Derek Cope and Bubba Wallace kind of got into it. Well, Derek Cope got into Wallace when he had a tire apparently go down on lap 3. But then after that, you had Eric Jones, Newman, David Reagan, Daniel Suarez, Alex Bowman, Eric Almirola, Matt DiBenedetto, Anthony Alfredo, Ryan Blaney, Chris Buescher, all involved in an absolutely massive accident. There a couple other drivers involved, but they did not DNF out of the race at that point. But yeah, man, that was a big wreck, and that was on lap 15. And during that wreck, we also got our first rain delay of the event. Luckily, it ended up this time only being the one rain delay, and we got the race in around with the checkered flag flying around 11:30, 12 at night. But that did not stop us from having a second major accident of the event. So, yeah, coming down the back straightaway into turn 3, Mike McDowell gave a big shove to the 2, who gave a big shove to the 22. Ultimately, the 22 and the 2 both got loose, spun into the outside wall, creating a very fiery crash. Luckily, no one hurt in either of the two major wrecks today. Or yesterday in terms of the everything, but McDowell managed to weave his way through and go to victory lane. So obviously, this McDowell fan very happy about that. So Mike McDowell going to victory lane, but the drivers involved in that accident were Logano, Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Cindric, Bubba Wallace, and then a few other drivers that were just kind of collected in that one, but that was kind of your second big one of the event. So, but yeah, ultimately though, it ended up being a race to the yellow flag, because the yellow flag ended up coming out before the checkered flag, which is reasonable when you take a look at the amount of fire that was there. McDowell was given the win. Very happy about that again. Elliott second, Austin Dillon third. To be honest, any of those three could have gotten the win, and I think it would have been a very justified win. I mean, looking at when the caution lights came on, you could very easily back it up a tenth of a second or move it forward a tenth of a second or two, and you could probably make justifiable reasons why each of those drivers individually won this race. So Chase Elliott second, Dillon third, Harvick fourth, Denny Hamlin getting a fifth place finish in his return to the track, or in his return to try and go for a third win. So yeah, so the gap between the three was 0.07 and 0.071 was the margin of victory for McDowell. So yeah, you could easily make a judgment call there and say, oh, either of the other two could have won. But they awarded it to McDowell. He's got the trophy going home with him, and we're going to be back in Daytona actually next Sunday for the Daytona Road Course. But as promised, with the NASCAR Fantasy League, I will be going over our top 10 from the race in order. So you got Bobby Bird winning the week with a score of 186, GL Racing with a score of 171, Eric Anderson with a score of 176 or 167, me coming in at fourth with 165, my mom coming in with a score of 161, BJ's Goes Both Ways scoring in at 154, Dave Bird scoring in with a score of 148. 147 was a tie between Warrior and Steve Dyer. Timothy B30 got a score of 139. Shadowhawk 135. Rounds out your top 10. So, great start to the season for a lot of those guys. Some rough ones. I'll go through the rest of them just so you guys know. So Shadowhawk was actually 11th. Joe Schmo was 12th with a score of 113. Ian Farm 112. Keystone Guy 107. And Daryl Clark being the lowest of the people who actually put in picks for this week at 106. Again, if you guys want to be involved in that and possibly get shouted out on the channel next week, feel free to check the link out down below or go to the NASCAR app and go to the fantasy section and search up, go to the leagues and search up Running with the Pack. Find us either of those two ways, and we would be glad to have you joining us for next week. So next week being the Daytona Road Course, I'll try and do some kind of fantasy preview episode around Wednesday or Thursday of this week. Let me see if there's actually any practice or qualifying for the Daytona Road Course race. No, it is a straight up no practice race, which seems weird because I've never had practice for the Daytona Road Course. So okay, so it's going to be an interesting one to see what happens from here. But so I'll do a preview episode probably Wednesday or Thursday of this week talking about that. I've got other videos also in the works. Also, I'm going to be doing, of course, the streams I've been doing throughout the last few weeks. I've got DOT RL on Tuesday along with Cybertruck. Thomas Cup will be back as well on Thursday. So we got a lot of racing going on, both virtual and real life. Real life racing is back. NASCAR is back, and Michael McDowell is the Daytona 500 winner. Hopefully, you guys have all enjoyed this this review here on Running with the Pack. Hopefully, you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video, live stream, or whatever you guys had to do with the rest of your day. Have a great day, everybody. Goodbye.